Hello. This is a podcast about gossip, dirty laundry, chitter-chatter, and backfence prittle-prattle. In each episode, Joe Wilkinson, David Earl, and Poppy the Postwoman invite you lot, the lovely listeners, to send in any juicy gossip you might have heard over the years. At the end of each episode they will choose their favorite bit of gossip and help spread it around the world. So, without further ado, welcome to Gargling Mermaids. No gallbladder management. No growing mung beans. No Gossipmongers. Yes, Gossipmongers. Yes, yes, that's it. Gossipmongers. Welcome. Get your gossip goggles on.
Yes, Gossipmongers.
Get your gossip goggles on. Gossip number 1.
This is from Sam. Hello, I have an estate agent friend that told me about the weirdest experience he'd had in his job. He was valuing a house. Family lived there, husband, wife, 2 twin daughters, about 5 years old, that both looked exactly like the Shining kid. When he was measuring up the rooms upstairs on his own, he stood on the landing when he heard the running of little feet. Suddenly, one of the twins ran totally naked up the stairs straight at him. Manically giggling and aggressively hugged his legs.
Aww.
Face first. Sorry, I missed out the next bit.
Oh.
Hugged his legs, face first into his groin.
Oh, God.
And held on for dear life. I just suddenly painted the picture in my head. He then realised it would look like if he... he then realised what it would look like if he put his hands on her head or shoulders. to try and prise her off him.
Oh, God.
So instead he put his hands straight up in the air. Like he was under arrest. Desperate not to engage in any way. Hello, he shouted. The dad appeared and rather sheepishly guided the wriggling, giggling daughter downstairs again. My friend was worried they would call the police or something, but apparently they acted like it happened all the time. Cheers, Sam. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I hid under the bed in our flat once when people came round to view it.
Did
I was
you?
so fed up of leaving.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Then I realised it was a silly idea.
I've got a young girl's head near my dick. I do not feel comfortable with this. I've got a young girl's face in front of my old chap. Could you remove your daughter immediately? It's as simple as that. I'm just a run-of-the-mill estate agent, and I do not need this extra stress. Just a run-of-the-mill estate agent, and I need to get to my next address.
He's got a young girl's head near his bell. And he ain't comfortable, you can tell.
I've got a young girl's head near my dick. I've got a young girl's head near my dick. I do not feel comfortable with this. I'm just a run-of-the-mill estate agent. I'm just a run-of-the-mill estate agent. Gossip number 2.
This is from Angry Dave. Hi, Joe, Dave, David and Poppy. Several years ago, while having a shit at work, I heard a suspicious yet unmistakable noise coming from the cubicle next to me. Yep, you guessed it, wanking. The furious thrapping noise and an undone belt buckle jangling in a solo sexual frenzy left me in no doubt what was occurring. Everyone knew there was a serial wanker on the loose. A sea of several emails had been circulated about bodily fluids being found on mirrors
On mirrors?
God.
and taps in the bogs by the cleaners.
Jizzing all over it.
Was this what? What, so arcing over the booth?
I don't know. Now, I don't like people hearing me drop my guts at the best of times, and knowing someone
what
was
a gent.
simultaneously shivering out of beauty
Saved his last there with a lovely wanking.
was putting me off even more. So I started coughing loudly in a sort of I can hear you kind of way. But if anything, it sounded like it made him go at it even more.
Oh.
What,
Maybe he was
coughing?
a scat fiend. I decided to cut my shit short and get out of there, mainly out of fear of leaving the cubicle at the same time as him and making eye contact, and also in case he finished off and shot over the top of the partition.
Onto the mirrors and
I was
taps.
right.
However, I wanted to try and identify the culprit, so I had a cheeky look under the cubicle before I left to see if I could recognise the shoes.
Seems wrong.
Recognise the shoe.
Yeah, they were white Puma trainers,
Oh, like mine.
and they were facing the wall, so he hadn't even bothered to sit down for his wank.
Does that make him lazy? I don't know if it makes him lazy.
I told everyone, and for weeks afterwards, people were checking out the footwear of every bloke in the office. We never found him. But there was born the legend of the white Puma. A bit like the Scarlet Pimpernel, but with spunk.
See, you can make a wanking story wonderful.
I like that one.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
The white puma. The white puma. The mysterious white puma. Jizz on the taps. Jizz on the floor. Jizz on the mirrors. Jizz on the wall. Jizz on the sink. Jizz in the bin. Jizz on the soap dispenser. Jizz on anything, baby.
Jizz on the taps. Jizz on the floor. Jizz on the mirrors. Jizz on the wall.
The white puma. The white puma.
Jizz on the sink. Jizz in the bin. Jizz on the soap dispenser. Jizz on anything.
The white
Baby.
puma. The white
Baby.
Gossip number 3.
Okay, this is from Anonymous somewhere near Newcastle. Hello, Gossipmongers. Before we moved house when I was a kid, there was a lad about 10 years old that used to go round smearing his shit on lampposts around our estate.
Fucking hell.
Oh, lovely. It's like a nice warm bath, this one, isn't it? It's good to be back. That's not why we moved, although it would have been valid grounds to do so. We're not talking skid marks either. We're talking full pats of shit.
Oh.
He must have been grabbing it out of his soiled pants by the handful.
Ugh.
You'd see it caked on random posts as he walked down the street, and could tell it. And you could tell its age by how it had.
This is such
By
a
how-
There's a
basic
14
one.
weeker.
By how it had turned a darker shade of brown.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
How did we know it was him? His mum once told my mum that he'd done it in his bedroom.
Thanks, Mum.
Fuck.
Decorated the walls with his shit.
Oh.
Maybe he just wanted the walls to be coloured brown and was ahead of his time with scented wallpaper. Scented wallpaper thing?
Is that a thing?
I don't fucking think it is,
Yeah.
mate. He was ahead of his time with scented wallpaper. What are you on about, you Burke? I did go round his house once, and his bedroom smelled considerably pooey. Come to think of it, I recall seeing his fingernails once, and they were poo-coloured
Oh, we
marks
get them.
around the edges. of
We
it.
get the gist.
I'm going to happily read on about all the poo. I don't mind poo.
Oh, I just like how basic it is.
Yeah.
As I reflect on
Shit.
this now, I do hope his hands would never touch mine. So I'm also glad we moved house. I wonder if he still does it now. He's grown up. He's a bit of a, he's a bit of a pretty boy musclehead nowadays.
Is he? Is he
He
lovely?
does sound
Yeah.
sexy.
Like the sound of him.
Yeah, Poppy. Are you prepared to move somewhere near Newcastle?
Yeah, I don't care. Shitty fingers on you, I don't care.
Just goes
Yeah.
to show an out of a sod means fuck all.
I like that. Nice
Can't wait to
ending.
go to your and his wedding.
I like smearing my shit on the lamp posts.
Posty posty shit shit.
I like smearing my shit on the lamp posts.
Posty posty shit shit.
Big shit. Little shit. Anything goes. I just like to smear my shit on the lamp posts.
Posty posty shit shit.
I just like to smear my shit on the lamp posts.
Posty posty shit shit.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Gossip number 4.
This is from Anon. Hello, Gossipmongers. Hope you're all well and excited for the new year.
You just leave
Who
it there.
said that?
Lovely.
Asking.
Here's one for you. We've got a bloke at work who's known as the Snow Beast. He's a big fat fucker with bright white hair.
Snow beats.
Hence the name.
Snow beats.
He's got to be 50 years old and still lives with his mum. He got sacked from the post office for nicking people's post. Anyway, he goes on holiday with his mum, and people say he rubs suntan lotion in her back and lets it trickle down her arse crack. So he can slip his hand down there and cop a feel of her butthole. Beast.
Snow beats.
He doesn't deserve
I'm
any.
sure the last bit's made up, but it's what they all say.
Simple. Simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Oh, God. I love that one.
He also said, I'm not putting my sandwich in the fridge. What if someone puts their cock in it? Now we're all convinced he does that to other people's sandwiches.
Snow beast.
Oh,
We
dear.
also say he says this to his mum on holiday. Here, mum, I've made you a sandwich. Anyway, all spurious tittle-tattle about an old fellow who lives with his mum. Keep up the good work. Laters.
I love that. That's a nice, relaxed one.
Oh, God.
I like the fact he just summed it up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A load of old bollocks.
Rub the lotion in my old mummy's back. Watching it slide into her ancient ass crack. Delving my fingers into her pants without a fuss. Hope to get a feel of her leather donut. Her leather donut. Her leather donut. Hope to get a feel of her leather donut. I'm the snow beast, and I love my mum. I'm the snow beast, and I love my mum's bum. Snow beast,
Snow beast.
beast of the snow. Snow beast, how low can you go?
Really low, baby. Really low. Oh yay.
Really low, baby. Really low. Oh yay.
Snow beast.
Snow beast.
Snow beast.
Snow beast.
Gossip number 5.
Okay, I'll do this. This is from Giles from Deptford. Dear Gossipmongers, I live near Wetherspoons in Brockley, southeast London. There's a rumour that a man once saw a single eyeball beneath the urinal grate. He went to the bar to raise the alarm, and the bar worker proceeded to head towards the fire exit.
What, just left?
I don't know, adjacent to the aforementioned men's toilet. Before they could touch the door handle, the man, drenched from head to toe in piss, ambled out, incredulously proclaiming his innocence before leaving the pub doors swinging behind him. It turns out that this man had trespassed into the fire exit and pushed the urinal plumbing to one side so that he could lie down and have his entire face pissed on by members of the public, unbeknownst to the fact.
So, David, I'll just explain because you're looking puzzled. He saw an eye, thought it was an eye.
And it was a man.
There was a
Yeah.
whole man lying under the grate.
Wow.
I thought...
Wonderful.
I was worried you weren't quite getting it.
No, it wasn't.
You were drifting
so he was
off.
under the floor.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So it wasn't just an eye, it was a
I-
whole guy.
I thought he meant like an eyeball.
What, were they
by
pissing
itself.
on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be
I don't
pissed
know.
on.
I can't picture the
Okay,
toilet.
let me say Wetherspoon's toilet. You've gone in. There's a grate which you stand on. He's pulled it up, and he's lied down underneath.
Right.
Just get little splashes
What,
of
do you
piss.
piss into a grate then?
No, but sometimes I guess you get splashback or
Oh, okay.
something like
Okay.
that. It's the best of a
Why
bad
only
situation.
one eyeball?
Because all he could see, David.
Just looking.
That's all he
Oh,
could
right.
see.
Okay, now.
I was
That
confused
is
as well.
An
But
eyeball was enough.
Horrible. It's not true, though, is it?
There was a guy who famously used to lie in erotic clubs. I think it was called the Urinal Man. He used to lie in urinals and be peed on. He passed away a couple of years ago.
Did he?
Sad for a second.
Maybe this is about
Minute
him.
silence.
Okay, yeah. How long had he been doing this?
Great question.
And if you know, please write it.
He's just put, we'll never know.
Okay.
Little sexual deviant. Thanks, Giles from Deptford. There you go.
Wow. It's good. Really good.
And broccoli's coming up in the world as well. So.
Yeah. Now.
I hide under the grate when you're taking a slash. I look at your testicles and I look at your crack. I watch all the piss as it drops out your chap. Then I allow it to hit my eyeball. Splashity splash. splashity splash. I'm the Weatherspoons dude.
He's the Weatherspoons dude.
I'm the Weatherspoons dude.
He's the Weatherspoons dude.
I'm the Weatherspoons dude.
He's the Weatherspoons dude.
That's who I am.
Yay.
Splashity splash. Splashity splash.
Yay.
Gossip number 6. Celebrity Andy Goldstein.
So there was a girl at school who I knew, but I never asked her if this was true or not. And apparently she was a hoarder of a poo kind. She couldn't bear to flush her poos away when she had a poo. And she would keep every poo after she'd pooed, obviously not before, and she would fish it out of the toilet bowl and put it in a shoebox and keep the shoebox under her under her bed. I'm told, again, I don't know how true this is, but I'm told that she got up to about 30 boxes of poo under her bed before, I don't know, her mum realised her room stunk of shit, is my guess. But yeah, she had poo in a shoebox.
If you have any juicy gossip you would like to send in to us, then please email it over to gossipmongers@yahoo.com. All names will be changed to protect the innocent. We look forward to hearing from you. Gossip number 7.
Right, this is from Alex. Hello, Gossipmongers. This tale originates not so long ago to when me and my mates were simply adolescents, when a crude conversation whilst at our sixth form college led to our close friend to this day, Tim, revealing a frightful secret about his development from boy to man. Tim explained to us that each night, once he took himself off to bed before sleeping, he would embark on his masturbatory adventure as most of us have as teens. But what was unusual about Tim's wank sessions wasn't the technique during the activity, but the procedure upon reaching the climax.
Okay, we are interested.
Instead of using a tissue or even a sock like any normal fucker, out of sheer laziness and convenience, Tim would turn on his side, aim and spunk directly on the wall and then fall asleep almost immediately.
The wall was 12.5 foot away.
The evidence was wiped with a damp cloth the following morning.
Oh, okay.
Tim would give his wall a splattering most nights. And this took its toll on the wall.
Mentally.
Tim explained that the paint on the wall began to deteriorate over the years and therefore had to find alternative spunk-catching methods. We exclaimed that this was outrageously bizarre. Tim seemed immune and laughed it off, as this had become second nature to the lad. This gossip is brought up almost every weekend, more heavily when Tim is present. To help your imagination, Tim is the spitting image of George Ezra.
George
Who's
Ezra.
Dunno.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
And fuck it, he's actually called Tom.
I like that. God.
The Spunky Wall. 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 Splat. Splat. Spunky splat. The Spunky Wall. Take that. Splat. Take that. Gossip number 8.
Okay. This is from yours truly, Michael. Hi guys, love the podcast. I'm Michael from Kent.
Oh, yes.
Let me tell you a tale from my teenage years that I feel may entertain you. Let me set the scene.
Okay.
My family decided that for a couple of weeks we would rent a massive cottage on the Isle of Wight. I was very excited to discover it had a pool and a sauna. Even better, I was allowed to take my best mate. So there we were, chilling out with my mate in the sauna, putting the world to right. After shooting the breeze for a while, we decided to call it time. Imagine my horror when I stood up and opened the door to the sauna, only to hear the worst blood-curdling scream behind me that I'd ever heard. It would appear that in our relaxed state, one of my mate's nuts has slipped between the slats.
Oh, God.
Unbeknownst to him, his sack was precariously wedged between two bits of wood.
Oh, God.
And after a swift standing up, pop goes the nutsack.
Oh, God. Oh.
You're reading this like Jack and already.
Pop goes the nutsack. After I did my best mate bit and rescued his torn off nut
Oh, it came out.
that plopped onto the floor.
Oh, my
that's horrible.
fucking God.
And after a rather rushed ride to the hospital in a blue light taxi, I found myself holding my best mate's nut in a kidney bowl while he was off his face on morphine.
Oh, my God, I feel rank.
They couldn't rescue it, sadly.
Oh, God.
To this day, I still ask him why he wasn't wearing shorts under his towel, and he thought it was the done thing. Maybe in saunas this is true, but not with your best mate's family.
Oh, my God. What does he
Goes
mean?
the test.
Yours truly, Michael, with two nuts, unlike my mate.
Oh, my God, that's horrific and funny.
Oh, God, that's
Jesus.
horrible.
Did the ball fall
He
out?
he must have stood up. So his ball was between two slats. He stood up about a foot, probably,
Oh,
and
God.
pulled the poor thing off.
Fucking hell.
What, like, out the sack? What,
yeah,
the
I
inner
guess so.
Come out,
testicle?
yeah.
Yeah, just ripped and...
Don't they have, like... Don't they have tubes coming off
Yeah, but
them?
they're not sort of. they're not
Sorry.
not made of iron. If you gave it a big enough yank, it's going to come off.
Fucking hell.
God.
God, can I have a minute?
Can I win?
You have a mint.
A bit of a palate cleanser. Goes the nutsack, goes the nutsack, goes the nutsack, goes the pop pop.
goes the nutsack, goes the nutsack, goes the nutsack, goes the pop pop. His testicle bag flopped through the slats. He jumped from the seat and ripped up his bag. His testy fell out like a marble on the floor. He was rushed to the hospital, but his ball was no more. His ball was no more. His ball was no more.
No more ball, baby. No more ball, baby.
Baby, baby, baby.
Pop pop. Goes the nutsack. Goes the nutsack. Goes the nutsack. Goes the pop pop.
Baby. Pop, pop.
Joe, Poppy and David will now choose their favorite rumour.
Okay. Right, here are the top 5 gossips this week, this episode. Number 1, the eyeball in the grate. Are we going to write it down?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can do.
Oh dear, this is a terrible episode.
Yeah, I was like, well, there's only one I'm going to go for.
I can't remember them.
Yeah, can do, yeah, sorry guys.
Okay. Number 1, the eyeball in the grate. Number 2, the snow beast.
Yes.
Number 3, the attack of the young child. Number 4, the white puma. And number 5, the warm testicle incident.
The warm testicle incident. Is that what it was called, or you called
I
it?
think that's what it's called.
Okay.
So, number 1, the eyeball in the grate. Number 2, the snow beast. Number 3, the attack of the young child. Number 4, the white puma. Number 5, the warm testicle incident.
Would you like a bit of paper, David?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks.
do you want this?
Okay. Right. After 3 reveals one another who we think won this episode. 1, 2, 3.
Snow beast.
Snow beast.
Beast.
3 out of 3.
Hey.
Okay.
Right, Poppy's going to shout out the window and spread the gossip.
And is anyone out there?
No one.
Oh God. It's bleak.
No, there's one or two people at the moment. Some walking
Just
past,
randoms though. Just
Maybe.
tell them then.
Okay, so there's a guy. Oh my God, there's so many people out.
But outside, shout to them then. Let them know what's going on.
There's a guy with white hair, and he's called Snow Beast in the office. And what he likes to do, he goes on holiday with his mum, rubs suntan lotion in her back, and then that gives him a good chance to finger her arsehole.
Well, you jumped a couple of
Have I?
bits of info. What? Yeah, it was fine. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah.
It's your story.
It trickles down the bum crack and then into
Then
the
he can finger it,
then
yeah.
he can finger the
Yeah,
arsehole.
yeah.
And then also rumoured to be putting his dick in sandwiches
I forgot about that.
as well. And rumour has it he says to his mum, "Here's a sandwich," and
God, you really remember this one.
It's got
Never
his
seen you
dick
so
in it.
on it.
Thank you.
The confidence is back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Never thank the crowd downstairs. Did you get a little round of applause then?
They like that. They were. Yeah.
Did you hear that little round of applause? I've never had that before.
They're all still there, just looking up.
They're going to wait for you to come down from
Yeah,
Gossipmonger Towers.
Right.
And it's all
And it's
what's
all
the-
over. And it's a good. It's
And it's a good night from us.
It's good night. Good night from Gossipmongers. And us all.
We wish you all a happy month.
Oh, what a low energy piece of
Pile
shit!
of old bollocks that was.
Oh my god!
Pick the bones out of that.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Remember, if you know of any unsubstantiated rumours, send it in to gossipmongers@yahoo.com. Until the next time, keep your little ears open for all that juicy goss. Goodbye. Bye. Love you lots and lots. Bye for now.